On this episode of Stadium Center, channel members flex their skills. We take a look at a few of my builds that we put together live on Twitch streams. And stadiums with more inspiration than the human body can handle. All that and more coming up on... What's up, guys, and welcome back to Stadium Center, your #1 show for all things stadium creator and MLB The Show. I'm Psuedo21, and we got a lot of really cool stadiums to check out today, so let's kick things off like we usually do with some channel member creations. Our first park today comes from one of our MVP channel members. This is Oriole Park at Canton Harbor by Big Impact. Big Impact has finally sent me a stadium after being a channel member for quite a few months. This is his version of an upgraded park for the Orioles, so let's check out what he did. Right field features a towering structure with 2 levels of dining sandwiched between a block of suites. You'll find fast casual vendors on the 3rd level and a restaurant with tableside dining down below. Whichever level you're on, you've got a shot at snagging a long ball. Left field has 4 levels to catch the game from. 2 of them are built right into the side of the building parallel to the outfield wall. Towards center, you'll be able to aim at some fun targets, including landing a ball inside of a canoe. This park looks fantastic at night, and he's included some of the buildings that sit just outside of Camden Yards, giving this park a very familiar feel. I'm glad Impact has started submitting stadiums again, and I can't wait to see what he's come up with next. And this is what he's come up with next. We got a second stadium from Big Impact. This one is called Northeastern Union Park. Once again, he didn't send me too many notes on this one, just that he went for a different style window look in left field and to let him know what we thought. Well, let's check it out. Before we get to the windows, we're going to start in the left field corner. He's done a great job with the concourse work here and blended in the buildings really nicely. Hey, there's those windows he was talking about. I think I might have to play around with that idea and try blending in a few different props to give him some different looks. I also really like the bridge over the left field entrance to the stadium. Right field is made up of completely custom bleachers and has a pond in the corner. Grab your canoes and relax as you float in one of the best areas to watch a game. Center field is where it all comes together. He's used vendors, home run decks, and of course the giant scoreboard. He's also included custom names to some of the concession stands on the middle level. Another great job with the lighting, as we seem to have been able to overcome the broken mechanics with the light towers this year. Another awesome job, Big Impact, and thank you once again for your support at the MVP level. Next up, we have a build that is also an honorary tribute. This is John Sterling Stadium by Jedi Yank. As you might have guessed, this is a build to honor the late great Yankees announcer John Sterling. It also features nods to Michael Kay and Susan Waldman, who worked alongside him during his career. Left field starts with an awesome custom video board, a custom sign that reads "In memory of John Sterling" and sits above the Waldman suites. Behind the bleachers in right, you'll find the Broadcasters Hall of Fame. Next door, you can take a seat in Kay's corner on the balconies with views of the game and the fountain in the plaza down below. Then around the batter's eye, a waterfall complex provides a scenic backdrop with signs above echoing John Sterling's famous home run call.
That ball is high, it is far, it is gone!
Jedi did a great job in honoring the memory of John Sterling in this one, and I love the theming that stretches pole to pole. Jedi is a real master when it comes to coming up with new ideas, and it's always interesting to see what he comes up with and how he pulls them off. Our next park is by a creator who has also been pumping out some gems. This is Meridian Park by Columbus the Phoenix Jeff. Once again, I have no notes on this one, but the warehouses surrounding the stadium will definitely make you think of Baltimore. Let's see what Jeff did on this one. He has put a ton of time and effort to perfect the bleachers in right field, and it turned out great. The warehouse serves as both a backdrop and closed target with concessions at the base along with the team store. Center field has a huge plaza over the batter's eye and is topped to the roof deck for elevated experiences of the game. You'll also notice a small window acting as a camera well for local broadcasts on TV. Left field is a paradise for those looking to catch a tan while enjoying the game. He built a custom pool and lined the outfield wall with fountains, making splash landings a real possibility for righties. Jeff really hit the mark with the East Coast vibe on this one. This part makes me wonder if custom pools are going to become the latest trend in stadium creator. We may not have gotten any new props this year, but the SC community keeps finding ways to keep things fresh. Great work once again, Jeff. This park is not quite a recreation, but rather a heavy inspiration. Let's check out Durham-ish Park by Obituary Turtle. If you've ever visited or just seen pictures, you'll immediately recognize parts of this park. Turtle recently visited a slew of ballparks in this area, which was the inspiration for this build. Turtle always does a great job making the foul territory of his minor league builds look just as clean as the rest of his park. He certainly has a great knack for detail. Down the line we see a 2-level picnic area near the bar. The corridor leading to the parking structure is spot on and the buildings blend in seamlessly. The other side has similar elements, but features tableside seating down the line. Near the field, the batting cage turtle is stored away until the next BP before the game. Right field has a small area of bleachers and apartments that overlook the stadium. I'll be hitting up the internet to find out just how much rent is going for there. Turtle is always raising the bar, whether it's a custom build or a recreation. His parks are full of detail, and he somehow stays within the memory constraints. Is anyone else getting sick of this guy's talent? Up next, we have one of our veteran members. This is Accenture Field by Jace155. Apparently the theme of this segment is not having notes. That's alright though, this park pretty much speaks for itself with its unique design and custom features, so let's dive in. We have some more custom windows, this time built with concourse pieces, and this is a pretty simple yet effective design. I also really like the video board separating the stands from the field. Right field has another style of custom bleachers along with scoreboards and more concourse props manipulated to add some extra style to the park. I really should be taking notes as I record these. Over the batter's eye, we find some standing room sections that overhang the walkway. The mix of sand and desert pieces give great contrast and mix things up from the usual pieces we generally see. This is a really clean park. It would make for a great Diamond Dynasty or expansion build as it is online eligible. Awesome work as usual, Jace Chiff. Our next creator is someone you shouldn't sleep on. This is Battle Harbor Park by ZZZ Boy. Z-Boy says this is a minor league park that favors lefties with a short porch and right measuring just 305 to the corner. Let's check out this tropical venue. Left opens up with the Paradise Restaurant with 2 levels to dine from. The corner has a pool to cool off in, and near the batter's eye is a home run deck with a full bar on top. Right field has custom bleachers with gaps on either side near the wall. Below the video board, you'll find a couple barbecue restaurants and more than likely me inside one of them ordering everything on the menu. This park looks great at night and you can almost feel that warm tropical breeze and the sound of a bat cracking a line drive. ZZ Boy did a great job on the immersion and surrounding areas outside the park as well as the field itself. Nice job, Z. You'll never guess who our next creator is. This is Ferguson Field by Who Can It Be, Meow. Who Can It Be said he started this build with wanting to use the Navy props in a realistic way. He also wanted to take a shot at blending in some solar panels with concourse pieces, which we'll see in the fan deck in right field. Over and left, the large video board looms over the outfield seating. A double-layered concourse provides plenty of standing room area, and he's even provided parking for the stadium nearby. The right field home run deck provides a great view of the game and the ocean on top, while giving some much-needed relief from the sun down below. Out here, you'll find a bar and some picnic-style seats on the patio. Around the batter's eye, you'll find tons of culinary cuisine along the shore. Boats and canoes can pull up to catch a view of the game. That is, if they arrive early enough before all the prime real estate is taken up. This park has some added ambiance as he has used buildings that light up in a subtle way to add some extra detail. I love the cozy vibe of this park even though it has a large capacity of over 34,000 fans. Really nice work on this one. Our tropical theme continues as our next build is Raypoint Park by Bow Tiger. This outdoor stadium holds around 28,000 fans and is a concept build for the Tampa Bay Rays. Let's check out what Bow Tiger has cooked up. Left is lined with a long concourse stretching the entirety of left field to the batter's eye. The large open windows provide views of the marina on the bay and have a few concession stands along the base. Right field has a large plaza near the foul pole. There's family-style picnic benches scattered throughout the area to enjoy your meal at, and afterwards you can check out the Rays swimming in the Ray tank or grab a jersey at the team store. This park is miles ahead of Tropicana Field, and it'll be interesting to see what the final design looks like in real life. But for now, this is a great alternative for a franchise. Great job once again, Bow Tiger. Now let's head back to the studio. Thank you once again to all of our channel members. I really appreciate the support. Next up, we're going to take a look at a couple builds that I made, and if you want to catch me building them live, you can check me out on Twitch at Sewell21. These are the two that I built this time in the Stadium Creator Series. The first build I did is for grinding in Diamond Dynasty, so this park is called Grind SC. This park has everything you'd want for getting quick XP. The shortest fences, highest elevation, and a park that is nice to look at with home run targets that are hittable by lefties and righties. Left field has bleachers that can be accessed from inside the stadium or along the walkway leading down from the city past the curved overlook. There's a fire watchtower along the underpass, which is in range at about 438 feet. Right field runs along the canal with targets like the Hit It Here sign, pirate ship, and moving train. Unfortunately, that glove is probably out of range unless you're from the steroid era. This was just a quick one-day build that we finished up on stream. I got a lot of good input from the chat, and we always have fun hanging out together. You should definitely drop a follow and come hang out with us sometime. Hey, I can build a tropical build too, can't I? Well, I did with this one, and it's called Ballpark at the Cove. This whole park started with the idea in left and just kind of flowed organically the rest of the way out. This park is also online eligible, unlike most of the builds that I tend to do. This is where it started. I wanted to make staggered sections with trees filling in the gaps. The rest of the build just kind of came together from there. Someone in the chat mentioned Pirates of the Caribbean, and then it was ingrained in my head. That's where the pirate ship came in over the batter's eye, and the waterfalls and rockwork just sort of filled in the billing of a ship run aground. Can't call it Ballpark at the Cove without a cove, right? We added a resort to stay at, and I had the idea of making an underground grotto be a part of the build. It features a bar with a waterfall lining the entire back of the club and is accessible by the escalators on the main concourse. I'm pretty happy with how this build turned out, and if you're wondering what the thatch roofs are, there are two different kinds of tiki-style bars that are in the concessions menu. Thanks guys for checking out a couple of my own builds. I have 2 or 3 more, but I'll save those for the next episode. Now, let's head on back to the studio. Stadium Center is brought to you by ZZZ Boys Mattress Barn, sleep like a champ. And by Jedi Yank Force Bats, swing with the Force. Alright guys, before we get to the main event, I just want to let you know that if you want to see your creations appear in a future episode, head on over to StadiumCenter.com where you can join the Discord, check out the merch, and most importantly, submit your creations. Now let's see what the creators have been up to in this month of June. Alright guys, it's time once again to check out the latest submissions. We're kicking things off with a build by 023 Echo with Nike Field, Portland. Echo says this is his version of the Portland Diamond Project concept overlooking the Wilmette River. This looks like a great rendition of the field, so let's check it out. Right field offers views of the river just beyond the bleachers. He wisely went with small vendor stands as opposed to larger concessions to maintain the view. Left field has an awesome modern design to it, and the use of trees and shrubbery really add life to the design. The custom shaped scoreboard was also made for some really interesting graphics to be displayed during play. Echo really pulled off this concept nicely, and it was a great way to kick things off for stadiums that inspire. Keep up the awesome work, Echo, and I can't wait to see your Nashville concept. Next up, we have a park from a popular creator among the Diamond Dynasty streaming community. This is Gooner Island V2 by TFL HND 13, aka Sharky Morin. Sharky says this is a Hawaiian field for a streamer, but he didn't say who. He also plays NCAA football and wanted to carry over his University of Hawaii vibes into this build. Left field has a large plaza with stadium parking just beyond the gates. There's a small coastline next to a resort and features a playground with wiffle ball for the kids. Right field has a nod to the NCAA football stadium and shows off the streamer's subs. He also includes nods to the SC community with shoutouts to Phil and myself, as well as KNNU broadcast towers. Sharky did a really great job on the outside of the stadium, making it feel like we're checking out an entire district. Great work on the immersion here. This park has been on my list for quite a bit now, and I finally have the time to start catching up on my submissions. Great work on this one, Sharky, and get ready to send me a few more. Our next build comes from the guy with all the crazy concepts. This is Alcatraz by Chris A.T. Johnson. Chris says this is his yearly prison build. The dimensions are pretty normal, but with the right field wall being extra tall, prevent convicts from escaping while transferring on and off the field. Guests arrive via the local boat that drops them off at the docks behind the third baseline. From here, they'll find their seats after a thorough search and grabbing some food along the way. Right field has a view of the prison behind the brick monster where their inmates enter the field from. This is designed to make it difficult for both home runs and convicts to escape the park. Chris picked out great props with a mix of warehouse buildings to really nail the penitentiary look and feel. The added guard towers along with the water tower in the corners make this place look inescapable. Nice work again on this one, Chris. It's always interesting to see what concepts you come up with. Next up on our list is the guy who brings you your favorite shakes. This is Music City Park by TTV Shady Gaming 25. Shady says this is his build for his Diamond Dynasty team and features a bunch of nods to guys in the SC community. Let's take a look and see how many we can find. Right field has the upper decks wrapping all the way around with a small cutout for a field maintenance area. Along the outfield wall, you'll find Donnie's Tavern where you can grab a drink in the shade. You can also cool off in left field as it includes an entire water park in the Studio 44 splash zone. There are a ton of home run targets as well, and many shoutouts to other creators in the community. This park looks awesome at night and really has that big league feel to it. With a scenic backdrop and targets to aim for absolutely everywhere, this would be a great park to add to any rotation. A new creator has arrived. With their first showcase on Stadium Center, Pelican 17 brings you Ballpark at Western Metal Yards. This park is located in Tucson, Arizona and seats over 38,000 fans. He says it features a ballpark resort and center field along with the twin waterfalls. Right field has the Western Metal Supply building you'd expect to find from the name. On top, you'll also see multiple home run decks and a wiffle ball field above the team store. Over in center, the waterfalls take the main stage and are backed by a large ivy wall covering part of the Cardinals restaurant. The resort sits beyond the rooftop seating with balconies so you can watch the game without having to leave your room. This is another one of those parks you should check out in the vault to get a closer look at so you can see all the details and blending of props. Awesome work on this one, Pelican, and I have one more of yours that I've already checked out and will be in a future episode. We've got yet another new creator to the channel. This is Psuedo Sue Stadium by Helpful Wharf. He said he recently found my channel and wanted to create a stadium just to be in a video. Well, how could I say no to that? Let's see what Helpful Wharf has up his sleeve. Right field will remind you of San Francisco with some Levi landing style seating sections. He also did a nice blend of the brick and tile textures. Left field has a split bleacher section with a patio terrace right down the middle. He also made good use of the White Sox mini park by using them as different levels to watch the game from. Here we can check it out from the opposite side, and we also get an extended food court hiding behind the batter's eye. Not a bad showing for your premiere on the channel. This park is well lit, has a very clean build to it, and is definitely a great option for a big league park with some leftover memory to make it your own. Great job, Helpful Wharf. We're headed to the East Coast for our next build. This is Times Square Park by Sandman Dan. Dan says this park captures the lights of New York City and even features the New Year's ball drop. With an ambitious build like this, I can't wait to see what's in store. Starting in left, he's done an awesome job transitioning the seats from the corner into the two smaller levels of bleachers. The large video board looks great, and there are a ton of food options on the main level. Right field has the upper deck split up by an iconic subway station with a steakhouse on the top level. The team store with a giant baseball and glove are great details on the concourse too. Above the batter's eye, you can hang out on the Big Apple deck where the Mets home run prop sits. Outside the stadium is lit up with all kinds of neon lights and video boards, and wait till you see this at night. This park looks absolutely fantastic under the lights and really captures the atmosphere of a city that never sleeps. Don't forget to check out high above the left field area and watch as the New Year's Eve ball drops during the countdown. Next up, we have a park from a creator we haven't heard from in quite a while. He's got a recreation for us, so let's check out Lindsey Nelson Stadium by Danboy V3. Lindsey Nelson Stadium is home to the Tennessee Volunteers, and Dan says he's planning on making a series of college stadiums using reference photos from online. Starting off down the first baseline, there's a large balcony overhanging what I'm guessing is a restaurant. The corner also features multiple terrace standing room areas with picnic seating near the field. Then down the third base side, the corner has a similar detail with angled terraces, but these are dotted with small tables to sit at. Over in fair territory, the rocky top is a great place to catch homers off righties while having your own personal table for your party. Dan did a great job behind the plate, making everything look very clean and cohesive. This is a very realistic rendition. There were quite a few recreations of the stadium in the vault when I searched for it, but I'd have a hard time believing there are any as close to as good as this one. Great job on this, Dan. Call the pen and bring in the closer. Our last park is a fun one, and it's Ranchmans Field by Spanky McSlappy, aka Dadbod OG. Dadbod said he wanted to go with a red and blue build, and this also includes his hot dog cart obsession throughout the park. I actually saw him build part of this on his Twitch channel, so let's see the final result. Right away, you'll notice Dadbod has included a ton of nods to the SC community. I think my favorite is the ZZZ mattress barn near the guitar scoreboard. The batter's eye is surrounded by a huge water feature, and why wouldn't you have canoes in your stadium? I also really love the curved balcony next to Jedi Yank's Bat Company. Right field has a very impressive use of shipping containers to blend in the contrasting colors together. He included just about every company we've come up with for our community members, and I'm sure we're going to come up with more pretty soon. Dadbod really killed it with his build and has been making some really great parks this year. I can't wait to see what his next park has in store for us. Alright guys, that's going to be a wrap on this episode of Stadium Center. I want to thank you guys for hanging out again, and another huge shout out to all of our channel members for their support. Have a great night guys, and I hope to see you in the next one.